Debbie got her heart broken on 90 Day Fiance Single Life, and you guys will not believe what happened. We got to see Debbie go on a kind of a date of some sort. It was a blind date. Vanessa actually set her up with this older-ish man. They went out, and oh my god, it was not good. Basically, number one, the guy just had no idea what Debbie was going to look like, so he thought she looked way older than what he was expecting, which is kind of like, we live in 2021. You have a smartphone. Send pictures of each other and confirm that you want to go on a date with the person before you actually agree you want to go on a date. It doesn't make any sense. So that was the first issue. He thought she looked way older than him, and then Colt greeted him at the door, and that was just kind of weird within itself. And then also when they got to the date, he was making a ton of weird comments, and Debbie wasn't really into it, but she kind of was into it. And because she kind of wasn't into it at first, he just closed the door and said, "I see no love connection." So what happened was, like I said, he thought she looked way older. That was just rude. He was not some great looking guy. And Debbie, I don't know if you don't already know, I think Debbie is the nicest person in the whole world, and you might call me crazy and just out of my mind, but to me at least, she's just super nice. So I have to love and support Debbie. I think she's really cool. So Debbie, I think she's nice. This guy, he was super rude. Colt did greet him, and that was incredibly awkward and weird, and I kind of don't blame him for being so weird about that. But then they go on the date, you can see Debbie's nervous, and she's talking about literally anything, and it immediately kind of turns the guy away. But then when they actually get on the date, the first thing they have nothing in common. If you go down to the whole team, everything, they have nothing whatsoever in common at all, and it's very awkward, and you can just kind of see he isn't really feeling her, she's not really feeling him. But Debbie, she's open to him, and she thinks that he's a nice looking guy and he's nice and whatnot. She's definitely not turned away, but it's like she's not some huge fireworks or anything. She's open to it, but this guy, you can see, is just totally closed off. And so they sit down, and this is where it gets weird, because the entire date so far, he's been telling us in a confessional that she looks older, and she's not his type, and this and that, they have nothing in common. But then next thing you know, he starts asking her about, like, you know, kind of one night, really quick kind of things, if you know what I'm talking about. And she's like, I'm kind of open to it. She goes, typically, I'd be open to it, but I'm not really expecting it or whatnot, but I'd be open to anything. And because she didn't just jump out and say, that's what I want exactly, you could just see he kind of closed the door. So he was kind of getting flirty. He was kind of like talking all over the place, but it really made no sense, because one second he was saying that he didn't want anything to do with it, but the next thing he said that he was talking about, you know, the one night kind of things, and he was talking in a very flirty way. So I don't know what his intentions were. I think he maybe just she looks older than what he's typically used to, but he's open to it and interested enough to do a, one night kind of thing. And if she was open to it, he probably would have been open. But you could see she was kind of wishy-washy. She wanted more of a relationship of some sort, not just that kind of a thing. And he clearly did not. And I think when he got that idea, finally, he just closed the door. He dropped her off and just said, hey, by the way, I don't feel any love connection at all, and I'd rather just be friends. And so she walked in. Debbie started sobbing, started crying. She was so upset and heard about it. And she just said, listen, I've been single for years and years. I was married for 27 years. I've been widowed for 13 years. Why am I putting myself back out there to just keep on getting hurt? So Debbie, she's absolutely devastated. She's super sad, super upset. And honestly, you guys, she probably had no idea what he was saying behind her back. And if she rewatched it, oh, I can only imagine how upset and just unfortunate that'd be to watch. So I feel bad for Debbie. I wish her the best. But at first, when this season came out, I was thinking for sure she's probably going to find love. She'll find her happiness and all that kind of stuff. But now I'm kind of thinking she probably won't. I do not know if she's actually going to fall in love and what's going to happen. I really don't. It just, to me at least, I kind of just don't see it happening. And yes, her living with Colt and that relationship with one night, okay, that is kind of weird, but this has nothing to do with Debbie. For me, it's everything she's going out with. These guys that she keeps going out with are just like tools. They're not very nice. If she met a man who just wanted a companion, kind of a relationship kind of thing, where just a real, not this stupid, one night kind of a thing. No, just a real serious thing, and friends and companion kind of thing. I think she'd find a really nice person, but it's almost like she's just going after these tool kind of guys, and if she keeps going after these same kind of guys, there's no way she is going to find true love. So put in the comments below what you guys thought of Debbie's date if you watched it, but also, you guys, to me, it was just pretty sad to see. So we got to see Debbie, not very cool. Hopefully she does find love. We also got to see Natalie. Now, Natalie went on a date with this guy named Johnny in the episode before. He's cringy, he's awkward, he's cheesy, he's corny. He's just not really a genuine guy, it appears. He definitely just kind of wants a quick kind of a thing, if you know what I'm talking about. And she thinks he's this genuine, godly man and all this kind of stuff, and it's pathetic to watch. So he invited her to a modeling thing because he's also a model. And she went to it. He was all smooth talking, cheesy, but it's like, I don't know if she just can't read his cheesiness, but the guy is very cheesy and just kind of full of crap. At least it appears to me. So they went to this thing. He tells her everything she wants to hear. She believes it, and that's just about that. But you can see, I don't think he's very. I think he just kind of wants to just date her. And I don't think it's a genuine thing at all. I think he kind of has this more of a lust kind of a thing, and that's just that. So I wish her well. She never actually told him that she is still married to Mike. So we got to see a preview in the next episode that she does actually tell him that, hey, by the way, I'm still married. As far as I can see, Mike will not be on this new season of 90 Day Fiancé Single Life, though. We have not seen any preview, sneak peek. We've seen nothing, if whatsoever. The weird thing is, she did say that she actually told him that she went on a date with this guy named Johnny. So I don't know if they're still in communication or what's really going on with those two, but I guess they're kind of still talking. So Natalie, she went out with this Johnny guy. She went to the modeling thing. He seems so cheesy. They're going to go on another date, and it will likely probably not go anywhere else. We also got to see Tanya and Sinjin. The only thing with them really is that they told Tanya's mom, who was on 90 Day Fiancé quite a bit actually, that they're splitting up, they're getting a divorce. And I'm not opposed to the idea. I know Tanya is very upset. This is definitely more Sinjin's idea, but it's like, in the long run, I really actually think Sinjin is kind of saving Tanya, because yes, they do love each other, but it's like she wants kids and he's not willing to budge on the kid thing, and she's not willing to budge on her kid thing either. So it's like, in the long run, in the moment, it might seem like it's sad and it's devastating and it's so sad to see, but I think in the long run, I really think she actually might kind of thank him for doing this, because it's like, she would probably really resent him and regret it if she, all of a sudden I see him, she's 60 years old, never has any kids because of him. So now it's like, at least she has a fair shot at having kids. Maybe she just thought he would change his mind, but it's like clear as day, he's not going to change his mind, she's not going to change her mind. So they need to get a divorce, they need to break up. But they told her mom, who is very vocal, kind of like Tanya, tells it like it is. And the mom was kind of just saying, shame on you, Sinjin. She was saying, this is not cool. You should have known. You should fight for your marriage. But the mom isn't seeing it like they have non-negotiable things. The gist of it is, Tanya and Sinjin, like I said years ago, should not have gotten married. That's all. I said it. Literally, I remember watching their 90 Day Fiancé episode when they got married, and I remember recording a video the next day telling you guys, they should not have gotten married. The kid thing, this, that, the work thing. There's so many different things. Like, they do not see eye to eye at all. How about the whatchamacallit thing? The thing that I can't think of when you're in love, the soulmate thing. That thing, sorry for that brain fart, but the soulmate thing. Remember what Tanya said, that he was not her soulmate? It's like, the list goes on and on and on. Tanya did stupid things, Sinjin did stupid things, they need to get a divorce, it's not that big of a deal, they're just not that compatible of a couple, they don't want the same things in life in the long term, and that is really just that. So for the mom to freak out and be upset, I get it in the moment, but it's like, it's not very shocking. So I wasn't very shocked. The mom, ironically though, was actually on the hook for Sinjin for like 5 years, unless he chooses to leave, which I don't think he's going to be. So the mom was pretty mad, pretty upset, and yeah, I don't know. So not looking very good for Tanya or Sinjin. And last but not least, we did also get to see Jennifer and Jesse, and you know, they kind of remind me of like Debbie's date. They're awkward, they're cringy, they're weird, they're not really a good couple, but for whatever reason, because this whole Instagram celebrity kind of a thing, they're just trying to kind of make it work. To me, they're very cringy and just not a great couple, but they're going along with it. And so Jesse is a yes man. He kind of just says everything like he thinks he should be. He acts like he's like James Bond. To me, he's very cheesy and not real and just not really genuine. Jennifer, kind of the same thing. So I wish them well. They went back to the hotel. It was incredibly awkward. It was getting a little less awkward though it appeared, but it just seemed like Jennifer is very impatient and Jesse is just trying to kind of smooth everyone over and be Mr. Cool Guy. James Bond kind of just like, it's just so annoying to watch. They go to dinner. He has this hilariously bizarre looking tux on. His entire meal and everything was ordered wrong, and he was super upset and mad about it. Jennifer's kind of thrown off. Why are you being so judgmental and rude? They end up going back to the hotel, and you can only imagine what goes down from there. So that was Jennifer's biggest concern. Will they have this, you know, fire chemistry kind of thing in the, you know, bedroom? And it appears they have enough of it to where it's not that big of a deal. So I just don't really know with these two. I have heard a rumor that they are actually engaged now, which is kind of shocking and weird, but I'm not really even sure if that's even true. So 90 Day Fiancé Single Life, pretty solid episode. Kind of weird, kind of bizarre, kind of crazy. I don't even know. A lot of weird couples, for sure. And we also did get to see Stephanie Matto. She went on a date. Not a whole lot happened. I'm kind of waiting on her until she ends up going out with my friend Nick, your Wet Sock on YouTube, because I am super curious if he's going to be on the show. Well, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Please be a huge favor. Hit that like, follow, share, subscribe button. And y'all better stay tuned for many more videos.